For me, I have some new breaking news. I'm no longer with Georgi. We got re-engaged in the summer, but
so he's very he likes the rough. But he looks good. He has that model, Florian snatch, so he's good.
For almost 50 years, they were inseparable. They shared a womb. They shared a face. They shared a father, a fashion line, a fan base, and every painful chapter of their lives. When one of them cried, the other one cried harder. When one of them fell in love, the other one cheered the loudest. When one of them got plastic surgery, the other one was already in the chair next to her. The world has never seen a twin bond quite like Darcey and Stacey Silva. They built an empire on it. They built a TV show on it. They built House of 11, their fashion brand, on it. They built their entire personal brand on the idea that no man, no marriage, no scandal, no heartbreak could ever come between them. And then in 2025, on a quiet therapy beach for 90 Day The Last Resort Season 2, with a sandbox in front of her and her twin sister across from her, Stacey Silva picked up a tiny figure, looked at the camera, and dropped a bomb that fans are still recovering from. Welcome back to the Tell-All Tapes, your home for the most honest deep dives in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Today, we are unpacking the messiest, most shocking, most heartbreaking twin feud this franchise has ever seen. The story of how Darcey Silva may have crossed a line her twin sister will never, ever forgive. The late-night phone calls, the Florian confession, the Bulgaria meltdown, the Georgi citizenship question, and the two terrifying words that escaped Stacey's lips on national television. Twin divorce. Stay with me, because this story doesn't go where you think it goes. Let's set the stage. Stacey Silva met Florian Sukaj on Instagram back in 2015. He was a young Albanian model with sharp cheekbones and a smile that could end careers. She was a Connecticut businesswoman in her 40s, with a son, a sister, and a heart that had been broken more than she cared to admit. He slid into her DMs. She slid right back. Within a year, she was flying to Albania to meet him in person. Within 10 days of that first in-person meeting, Florian proposed in a hotel room. Yes, 10 days. The romance moved at the speed of a wildfire, and for 5 long years, they did the long-distance dance, while Florian waited for his K-1 visa to be approved. He finally moved to the United States in 2020. The trip was documented on the brand-new TLC spin-off Darcey and Stacey, and in April of that same year, in a tiny private ceremony with only an officiant present because of the COVID lockdown, Stacey and Florian became husband and wife. Fans cheered. The franchise had a love story. Stacey had her happy ending, or so we thought, because 6 months later, in October of 2020, a woman named Shanti Zora came forward and dropped the first grenade. Shanti, a Belgian model, alleged that she had been involved with Florian. There were photos. There were rumors. There was a video of Florian appearing in Shanti's bed. At first, Florian denied everything. He claimed there was nothing between them. He looked Stacey in the face and told her it was nothing. But then the video surfaced, and the truth got harder to hide. Florian eventually admitted to kissing another woman, and Stacey, in front of the entire 90 Day Fiancé audience, made the choice that defined the rest of her marriage. She forgave him. She stayed. She moved forward. She told the cameras that love was bigger than mistakes. And in November of 2022, the couple had a second, bigger wedding ceremony, surrounded by family and friends, in the kind of dress only Stacey Silva could pull off. From the outside, the marriage looked healed. From the outside, the wound was closed. From the outside, everything was fine. But fans, here's the thing about wounds. If you don't clean them out, they don't heal. They just get covered up, and eventually, they open back up. Worse than before. By late 2024, that wound was bleeding all over the internet. Stacey and Florian were announced as part of the cast of 90 Day The Last Resort Season 2, which is essentially a couples therapy show where struggling 90 Day Fiancé couples go to figure out whether their marriages are worth saving. Fans were stunned. The Silvas had looked solid since the Shanti drama. They had moved into a bigger apartment. They had taken trips together. They had laughed together with Darcey and Stacey. So why were they on a therapy retreat? The answer started leaking out episode by episode. Stacey had never fully gotten over Florian's cheating. She had buried it, not healed from it. She had trust issues that haunted her every single day. And when Stacey had a medical emergency, requiring kidney surgery. Florian was reportedly not around during her recovery, not present, not supportive, not the husband she needed him to be. Stacey said it broke something in her that the second cheating hadn't even managed to break, because cheating is one wound. Abandonment, when you are literally lying in a hospital bed, is something else entirely. That is the kind of wound that turns into a reckoning. Then came February of 2025, Valentine's Day, the day every couple in America is supposed to be sappy on social media. And what did Florian Sukaj do? He posted photos with other women. On Valentine's Day, fans erupted. Stacey was reportedly devastated. Some speculated that this was the unofficial moment Stacey and Florian split. Stacey, for her part, started reminiscing on her Instagram. She posted an old video of herself hyping up Florian before his original K1 visa interview in Albania. She captioned it with a kind of mournful longing. Fans read between the lines. This was a woman who was grieving her marriage in real time. And then, in March of 2025, in front of millions of viewers, Darcey Silva opened her mouth and the entire Silva twin world cracked open. The episode aired on March 3rd. Darcey and Stacey are sitting together. Darcey looks her sister in the eyes and says, "I love you, and no matter what in life, we're twins for life, and I'll always have your back." Beautiful, right? Heartwarming. The kind of moment you screenshot. Except, in the very same conversation, Darcey hints, in front of cameras, that Florian may have cheated on Stacey again, with two blondes, after a wild night out. The implication is detonating. Stacey looks at her sister with the kind of expression that only twins can give each other, where it is both gratitude and devastation in the exact same look. Fans are screaming at their televisions. Reddit catches fire. The franchise has its biggest moment of the year. But that, my friends, was not even the actual bomb. The actual bomb came in episode 8, in a moment that has been described by fans as one of the most uncomfortable scenes in 90 Day Fiancé history. It's called Sandbox therapy. The couples are given a sandbox and small figurines. They are asked to place the figurines in the sandbox to represent the people in their lives and where those people stand in relation to their marriage. It is a powerful exercise designed to make the unspoken visible. Stacey takes her time. She picks up figures. She places them carefully. And then, slowly, deliberately, with the camera rolling, she places a figurine representing her twin sister Darcey in a position that is unmistakable. Too close to Florian. Way, way too close. And then the words come out of Stacey's mouth that fans are still talking about today. Stacey says that Darcey has been acting like a homewrecker. Stacey says that her twin sister has been calling Florian in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Stacey describes feeling like an outsider in her own marriage because of the bond between Darcey and Florian. She says they have this buddy-buddy energy. Let's go out. Let's hang out late. She says she feels like the third wheel in her own life. And then she drops the line that breaks the internet. Stacey says, on camera, that Darcey told Florian he would be, quote, better off single. Better off single. From the sister who was supposed to have her back. From the twin she shared a womb with. From the only person in this world who is supposed to choose her every single time. The room goes silent. The cameras zoom in. And Florian, sitting right there, doesn't deny it. He doesn't say, "No, that's not true." He doesn't say, "Your sister never said that." He confirms it. Florian admits that Darcey had been encouraging him to break up with Stacey and telling him that he deserves more. Take a moment with that. Imagine being Stacey Silva, 50 years old, looking at the husband you forgave for a cheating scandal, sitting next to the twin sister who held your hand through that scandal, and finding out that the two of them have been having 3 a.m. conversations about how you are not enough. Finding out that your twin, the person whose face is your face, has been campaigning for your marriage to end. Behind your back. This is where I want to slow down, because this is where the story gets uncomfortable in a really important way. Because Darcey Silva did not show up on national television to call her sister out. She did not throw Stacey under the bus. In fact, in the same season, Darcey told her sister, "I love you, and we're Silva strong, and I'll always have your back." So what is the truth here? Did Darcey genuinely believe that Stacey deserved better than a man who had cheated on her, ignored her in the hospital, and posted with other women on Valentine's Day? Was Darcey trying to protect her sister in the only clumsy, messy way she knew how? Or did Darcey cross a line that, in any other family, would be considered a complete betrayal? The answer, like most things in the Silva twin saga, is probably both. Because here is what I have come to understand about Darcey Silva over the years. She is not a villain. She is not a snake. She is a woman who has watched her twin sister get hurt over and over and over again. And every time, Darcey has had to sit in the back seat and witness it. That kind of helplessness, fans, breaks a person. And in Darcey's case, it broke loose in 3 a.m. phone calls and whispered conversations and confessions to Florian about how her sister deserved better. Was it right? Absolutely not. Was it understandable? That is the question we have to wrestle with. Now, meanwhile, on the other side of this twin saga, Darcey was dealing with her own marriage problems. In November of 2023, after multiple breakups and reunions and tears and reconciliations, Darcey finally married Bulgarian masseur Georgi, the man she had been dating since season 1 of Darcey and Stacey. By 2025, the two of them were returning to our screens on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After season 9. And the season had its own bombshells, financial issues, communication breakdowns, the infamous Bulgaria trip, where Darcey met Georgi's family for the first time, where Georgi was, quote, ashamed of how she dressed, where the two of them had a fight in the morning after that fans are still dissecting. In episode 14, Darcey revealed to Stacey that she had to involve their father, Mike Silva, just to get Georgi to send his half of the rent. Imagine that. A grown married couple, and Darcey is texting her dad to corral her husband on a rent payment. The signs were there. The cracks were widening. And the bigger question, the question the franchise has been asking quietly for years, came roaring back to the surface. Is Georgi only with Darcey for citizenship? Did Florian only marry Stacey for citizenship? Both men, fans noticed, had received American citizenship, and only then did their marriages seem to start crumbling. Coincidence? Or strategy? Stacey and Darcey both addressed it directly at the season 9 tell-all. Stacey said it out loud. Both of our husbands have gotten their citizenship now. They could be looking for an opportunity to leave. The fans had been screaming this for years. The twins finally said it themselves. In the season 9 finale of Happily Ever After, things hit critical mass for Darcey. Georgi sat across from her and admitted that thoughts about having children had been troubling him. Darcey, who at 50 has made it clear she is not going to be having more biological children, was crushed. She walked away from the conversation. She told Georgi their relationship might not work. She privately admitted she was considering signing divorce papers. And during the tell-all, Stacey said it. The two words. The words that broke the Silva twin myth wide open. Twin divorce. As in, both Silva twins might be heading for divorce at the same time, from husbands they fought so hard for. And both husbands, conveniently, had just secured their American citizenship. Look me in the eyes and tell me that's a coincidence. So where does this leave us? Where are Darcey and Stacey Silva now as we move further into 2026? The honest answer is that they are exactly where twins always end up. Stuck together. Because no matter how badly Stacey was hurt by Darcey's 3 a.m. phone calls, no matter how much Darcey overstepped, no matter what was said or done or whispered, these two women cannot escape each other. They have tried. They have fought. They have screamed. They have stopped speaking. And every time, they come back. Because in August of 2025, Darcey told Us Weekly that Stacey and her will always have each other's back at the end of the day. She admitted they butt heads. She admitted they trigger each other easily. But she said, "We don't know any other bond." That is the most honest sentence she has ever said. They don't know any other bond. Their entire existence has been a partnership. So even when one of them crosses the line, the other one eventually pulls her back over it. And here in 2026, they are recording music together. They have appeared on a surreal magazine cover. They danced on a billboard in Times Square. They have somehow, through every messy chapter, found their way back to each other. But fans, the trust is different now. The bond is different now. Stacey has seen a side of Darcey she can never unsee. Darcey has seen a side of Stacey that demands accountability she has never had to give before. And the love that survives that kind of revelation is a different kind of love. It is older. It is sadder. It is wiser. It is real love. So, I want to leave it up to you. In the comments below, tell me where you actually stand. Did Darcey Silva cross a line by talking to Florian behind Stacey's back? Or was she just trying to protect her sister in a clumsy, broken way? Should Stacey have ever taken Florian back after the shanty cheating scandal? Or did that decision lead directly to the heartbreak she's living through right now? Is Georgi Rusev really in love with Darcey? Or is he just enjoying his new American citizenship and waiting for the right moment to leave? And are we watching the very last chapter of the Silva twins as a unit? Or do you believe these two women will always come back to each other? No matter what, type Team Stacey or Team Darcey in the comments, and let's see where this family really stands. If this deep dive opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe to the Tell-All Tapes for new 90-day Fiancé documentaries every week, and share this with a friend you always argue about Florian with. They need to see this. This was the Tell-All Tapes, and we'll see you in the next one.